Hello, Atlanta, and good morning. Today on Play to Win, are the Tide and the Irish already in the playoff? And do you believe in tanking if it means you get a better draft pick? And why is opting out even acceptable? We'll catch all this and more coming up on the fastest 30 minutes in television, football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Atlanta Nissan dealers. This is It Barbecue and Atlanta Peach Movers. Welcome to football's Play to Win with Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Falcons All-Pro offensive tackle Bob Whitfield, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, college and SEC football expert Chris Marler, Falcons All-Pro wide receiver Terrence Mathis, and your host, Nikki Williams. Today's hometown team report is being brought to you by Montlick & Associates. Our attorneys know what it takes to win.
Good morning and happy game day. Welcome to another week of football's Play to Win. This week's hometown team report is brought to you by Montlick & Associates. Chris Marler joining us here at the top of the show. We don't have Chuck Smith with us today. Bob Whitfield, Terrence Mathis joining us to break down what's going on all around football world. And I want to start off with our Atlanta Falcons. Obviously not the outcome we'd hoped for with the Saints. If you are a player, just a player's mindset here, Bob, and then we'll go to you, Terrence. What's motivating you for these next 4 games?
Well, I know you have to look at yourself in the mirror, look at yourself on tape, and rewind some of those plays you gave up in that New Orleans game. Some of the plays you left on the field. You could have won that game, but looking ahead, you know that you're not eliminated from the playoffs, but it's a slim chance that you get in the playoffs. But there's still some big games you have to win, some big opportunities that you can spoil for other people in the NFC South. So it's one of those things as a player, look yourself in the mirror, be a man about it, and go play some good football.
So is it just about yourself, Terrence?
Yeah, it is. But at the end of the day, I'm taking it as it's a 4-game season. 4-game season to get us to 500, 8-8, whatever it is. And that's in the NFL, that's a winning season. You got the Chargers, a team you should beat. You have a chance to play the Buccaneers twice, and you can spoil their playoff chances. And then you can beat the reigning Super Bowl champions, who arguably is the best team in the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs. You can go into the offseason feeling a little better about yourself.
That's a heck of a roadmap. What do the Falcons need to do to beat the Chargers, Bob?
I just think they have to play and in the mindset of what the Falcons football they was using, the Dirty Birds. It's just consistency in all key areas. It's closing out like we known Matt Ryan to do in those key games, even if you have to come from behind. It's some things that when you known to love the Falcons, what did you love them for? You loved them for big plays by Julio Jones. You loved them for aggressive plays on defense. Get back to the Falcon ball that the fans love to see, and that's winning football in those key areas, in those crucial areas.
Chris, do you care if the Falcons beat the Chargers?
No, but I tell you what I do care about is beating the Bucs, okay? Beat the Bucs, beat them twice, ruin their season, because at this point, I feel the same way about Tom Brady as I did about those damn vampire movies like a decade ago. Like, how much longer am I going to have to hear about this or pretend to care about it? Because it just keeps going on and on and on. So just beat the Bucs. I don't care about the Chargers. Beat the Bucs twice.
What do the Dogs need to do to avoid an upset, Chris?
We got to get up and get after it early in that game. It's an 11 a.m. kick. It's supposed to be a high of 41 in an empty stadium in Columbia, Missouri. Trying to get up for a game like that is probably, like trying to listen to Adele while you're working out. Like it's going to be difficult to do, guys. It's going to be difficult to get some motivation. I think if they can get a fast start, they're going to be in good shape. But they don't want to take that to the fourth quarter if it's close.
All right, guys, we've got more metaphors from Chris coming up next. Stick with us when we return. Should Alabama and Florida have been given a bye today? Our experts will weigh in next on Play to Win. Stay with us.
On or off the field, we all have rules to play by. But what happens after a serious car crash? When the insurance company won't play fair? At Montlick & Associates, we know injury law, and we know what it takes to win. After all, we've been winning in our field for over 35 years. If you've been injured, we're here to help. Simply dial #WIN from your cell phone for your free consultation. That's #946.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day. Chicken, beef, gyros. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meats.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? There's a nice little present. This Altima has intelligent all-wheel drive, unlike that Accord behind me. What did you want, a big red bow?
Save up to $72.62 on select models.
Has chronic knee pain, arthritis, or osteoarthritis of the knee robbed you of your mobility? Would you like your pain-free life back again? Then call now. You may qualify for a new non-surgical, drug-free treatment for knee pain. Even if you've tried other treatments with little or no relief, you may still be a candidate for our Advanced Arthritis Relief Protocol. This emerging treatment is covered by most insurance, including Medicare. Suffer no longer. Call right now and get your mobility back.
We're going to find the perfect treat.
We're going skating. We're going to Nana's.
Wherever you go this holiday, Chevy can help you get there.
Which is why we're making our Chevy employee discount available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
Not a cent more. So wherever you go, happy holidays from Chevy.
Use the Chevy employee discount for everyone to get over $6,800 below MSRP on this Equinox. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
Today's SEC and ACC report is being brought to you by your Southeastern Nissan dealer.
Welcome back. Our SEC ACC report is brought to you by Greater Atlanta Nissan. We've got one heck of an SEC schedule today. Let's take a look at it. And by one heck of I mean Chris is already rolling his eyes because he said off camera he doesn't like it today. Chris, tell us why.
I'll tell you what, it doesn't get any bigger than Vandy, Tennessee. When these two teams meet, you can throw out the record books, probably because you don't want to look at the records. It should be a blast there in Nashville in front of just a raucous crowd of 14 people. Other than that, Florida LSU could be fun if you're a Florida fan. The big one would have been A&M Ole Miss, obviously, but it was postponed. I tell you, I'm most excited to watch these first-year coaches. Eli Drinkwitz at Mizzou playing Georgia today, and Sam Pittman at Arkansas. Playing Alabama. Both of them have had a really good season and can finish off in a really, really positive way and maybe win Coach of the Year. So that's what I'll be watching.
You know it's an exciting schedule when you immediately shift the conversation to the coaches. Big, hot question right now. Should the SEC have given Bama and Florida the week off before the title game?
Yeah, I've been saying it for a month. This is the dumbest decision they've made all year. It makes no sense to me. I don't think Bama should have played LSU last week. I don't think Florida should play them this week. You're not just wanting to have both teams be there and be healthy. You also are trying to get both teams into the playoff and give your conference the best shot at getting two teams, securing a bid to the playoff, and making the most money. I don't understand why we're having these two teams play and jeopardize any of that.
And I know that you played Little League Baseball, but I want to get a player's mindset here. Bob, as a player, do you feel like they should have been given the week off?
Do as the SEC does. Give them the week off. But I think you can look at it from a couple different standpoints. Is this a game that you can look at some other players to thrive in, that you can look at the depth of your rosters?
And Terrence, not only a former player, a current coach, what are you doing in the situation? What are you wanting?
If I'm Florida, I'm scared. Because Nick Saban is the better coach, and you give him an extra week to prepare, that's dangerous for an opponent.
So assuming Bama beats Arkansas, are they and Notre Dame in the playoff even if they lose their conference games, Chris?
If you would have asked me a month ago, I think we talked about it on the show, I would have said no, and I thought that Notre Dame had a better resume than Alabama anyway. But the fact is now, when you look at the full slate of games, the full schedule, they should beat Arkansas. They've won every game by a minimum 17 points. They beat two top 10 teams. They're averaging a 31-point margin of victory. It's been on paper the best statistical season in Alabama football history, and that's saying something considering what happened in 2018-19 with Tua. Same with Notre Dame. That could not be a more impressive resume, especially how good that defense is. Bob knows all about it. I think both teams honestly deserve to be in the playoff no matter what, but we'll see what happens.
All right, Chris, you're not allowed to reference anything you said a month ago anymore. Let's send it now over to our college football showdown of the week.
Today's Showdown of the Week is being brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing.
Now let's talk about the playoff. A lot of controversy going on. And Chris, I know you want to talk about it. And you didn't say anything about it a month ago.
It just says so much, I think, about the Big Ten in general and this lack of leadership and how there's really no governing body that's going to step in and do anything to make it different. But when you are so indignant the entire offseason about how we're going to do the right thing by not playing, and then you decide that you are going to play, but you're going to set these rules in place and you have to have a minimum six games to get to the Big Ten championship and blah, blah, blah. And then moving those rules completely and changing them so Ohio State with 5 wins can still get into the Big Ten championship. It's just a joke. And the fact that the playoff committee still has them at number 4, I think is an absolute atrocity, in my opinion. They're a great football team for sure. But when you look at their season and they've only played half the games that all the other contending teams have played, they have a strength of schedule ranked 72nd, which is 30 spots lower than every other contender in the top 10 besides Cincinnati. It's ridiculous. And besides their 1 win against a ranked team against Indiana, the other 4 teams they played, all of them have 2 wins. If this was happening in the SEC and you saw a team like Florida or Bama have a schedule where they had 1 win against a ranked team and the rest of them were against South Carolina, Tennessee, and Mississippi State, would we be impressed by that? No, absolutely not.
All right, guys, stick with us. If there's any time left in the show after that, we'll be talking about some Georgia Bulldogs football. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Play to Win.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? There's a nice little present. This Altima has intelligent all-wheel drive, unlike that Accord behind me. What did you want, a big red bow?
Save up to $72.62 on select models.
Life is reliably unreliable, and your home is no exception. Whether it's got the chills, or a temp, the drips, or the zaps. Whatever the ailment, you need a reliable solution fast. That's where Reliable Heating and Air comes in. We're talking same-day service, all backed by the 100% satisfaction reliable guarantee. Go to reliableair.com today to schedule your same-day service.
Your mother is a special lady, and on her special day, you promised her a special celebration. But if slow upload speeds won't let your video call through because you have cable, just remember, you're not a bad son. You just need better internet.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience with 20 times faster upload speeds than cable. Get AT&T Fiber, plan starting at $35 a month for a year. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-877, only ATT.
May your holidays glow bright and all your dreams take flight. Visit your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today for exceptional lease and financing offers at the Mercedes-Benz Winter Event.
Today's University of Georgia report is being brought to you by Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow you.
Welcome back. Our dog report is brought to you by Beaver Toyota. Georgia at Missouri. Guys, what are the players and coaches looking to get out of this game? Chris?
As a former Little League baseball player, as you so eloquently pointed out earlier, I would say a win. Just keep winning. Try to secure that New Year's Six bowl bid that they could definitely get and play somebody like Cincinnati and end the season on a high note after some of the struggles early on.
Bob, as a player, what do you want out of this game?
Injury-free, solid football play. Establish some key gains in the running game, but really show some good, strong pass protection for your quarterback because you got a guy back there that's trying to sling the ball a little bit. So go ahead and be successful in the run and pass and have a dominant offensive performance so that you can set up that defense. And I hope LeCount is back.
Opting out this late in the season, why is that acceptable? Should it be? Is this okay?
Well, this season right here is different than any other season with COVID whatsoever. And there's not going to be a lot of bowl games being played this year. And guys are looking toward their future more than currently because they're not getting anything out of this right now. And then this season, you're going to have to put a big asterisk by it because it's a COVID season. So guys opting out, I don't have an issue with that.
Bob, what do you think about players opting out this late?
Well, I would quote a teammate of mine, Deion Sanders, must be the money. Because when you start looking at it, is if you're transitioning your game to the NFL and you know that you have done all that you can for your college team, but it's time to move on. Yeah, you do it respectfully. You put a nice little thing on social media and you thank the fans, you thank the university, but you tell them, hey, it's time to take my horse into a new rodeo.
Chris, love it, hate it, or indifferent?
I don't really care. I think I'm not going to hate on a kid for making the best business decision, but I want to speak what Bob said. There's nothing worse than reading those damn social media messages, because every time it's like 3 paragraphs, the smallest font possible. I'm like, just say if you're going pro or not. What is happening right now? And by the way, I'm pretty sure that was a Nelly lyric, not Deion Sanders, but I love it either way.
Guys, more song lyrics coming up next. Also, our guys are going to talk Falcons. Should Falcons players hope they lose? Same for the fans. We'll dig into it next, coming up on Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers, Chevrolet, find new roads, reliable heating and air, and the Atlanta Health Clinic.
Hey Atlanta, Linda Beaver here reminding you Toyotathon has officially kicked off with more savings and choices than ever before. Watch this. We all love savings, but this year there's exciting new choices like the rugged new 4Runner or the most dependable truck on the planet, Tundra. Your choice, 0 down, just $15 a day. One more time, your choice, 4Runner or Tundra, 0 down, just $15 a day. Only at your favorite family dealership, Beaver Toyota and Cumming. Don't make me come get you.
If you want to look good and not be bummy, girl, you better give me that.
Hey, dirty, baby, I got your laundry, don't you worry. I say, hey, baby, I got your laundry. Hey, dirty, baby, I got your laundry, don't you worry. I say, hey, baby, I got your laundry.
The new LG Wash Tower. Redefine laundry in half the space.
When I was in an accident, I spoke with the insurance company for help.
When Marge Henderson reached out to us for help, we were genuinely concerned.
I needed money for my medical bills and lost income.
We were concerned about paying her too much money.
The insurance company figured I wouldn't get a lawyer.
So we offered her a lowball settlement.
They really stuck it to me. Thanks, insurance company.
You're welcome, Marge Henderson.
Protect your rights. Dial #WIN from your cell phone to speak with a Malik attorney.
This is it. For generations, we've been smoking and frying delicious turkeys with love and history.
You gotta love the turkey. Seasoned to the bone.
Ooh, you gotta rub the turkey. The juices are locked in.
Clank, 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 clank. I gotta go.
Where you going?
I need my This Is It now. Get your This Is It now. Order online for pickup or get it delivered.
Today's Atlanta Falcons report is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers, Chevrolet, find new roads.
And our Falcons report is brought to you by Georgia Drives Chevy. If you're Raheem Morris, how are you approaching this game, Falcons and Chargers? Terrence.
If I'm the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons right now, this is almost like the first round of the playoff game for me, because this is a team you're supposed to beat. If you overlook this team, honestly, you might as well not play the last 3. This is a team you should beat and you're supposed to beat, and you should beat this team handily. So if I'm Raheem Morris or if I'm the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons, I'm treating this one game at a time and as a very physical game and a blowout game.
Bob, is Raheem in the hot seat?
Well, I mean, every coach in the league every year, just like every player, it's always a hot seat, hot bench, hot helmet, hot shoulder pads. You are evaluated on your performance. And I think Raheem has to come out inspired and inspiring for his team and really hone in on some of the shortcomings that they had in those losses and just really play some dominant football. I think what you want to see on the sideline from him is that he is a great leader and that he is worthy of an interview that continues, that he's still at the top of the line for the Falcons head coaching job. Play inspired football.
Well, let's
guys.
see what he's facing here. Let's take a look at the remaining schedule.
If I'm the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons, I'm going to my offensive coordinator and say, what do we do best? What do Matt Ryan does best? What makes us move the ball up and down the field? Whatever it is, let's do it. Let's not play games and do all this other stuff that we're not successful at. Let's do what we successful at, and that's fast tempo with Matt Ryan getting the ball out of his hands quickly.
So looking at those 4 remaining games, do you think he can do it?
I think he can.
Yes, I think the Falcons can win all 4, especially with the Chargers. I think they can go in and have a nice little 8-8 finishing record.
If the Falcons beat the Chiefs in Kansas City, I'll get your face tattooed on my face, Bob.
You will hold your feet
Matt
to the
Ryan's,
fire
Julio's,
on that.
whoever's, like on my face.
Honest, quick question: is there a part of you that feels like you kind of wish the Falcons would lose for the sake of draft pick, Chris?
I mean, as a fan, yeah, I guess, because at this point, it's like we do this. I feel like every year where we're slotted to get a top 10 pick, and somehow we're going to end up between 16 and 19, like we do always. So it would be nice, but it'd also be nice to see him win the rest of the games.
All right, guys, when we come back, will the Super Bowl winner come from the NFC? We'll break it all down. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Play to Win.
We're going to find the perfect tree.
We're going skating. We're going to Nana's.
Wherever you go this holiday, Chevy can help you get there.
Which is why we're making our Chevy employee discount available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
Not a cent more. So wherever you go, happy holidays from Chevy.
Use the Chevy employee discount for everyone to get over $6,800 below MSRP on this Equinox. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
Every day, we roll out before sunrise. Our dedication is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Up to $3,000 in cash incentives.
Arby's, 2 for $6. Every day. Chicken, beef, gyros. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meats.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? There's a nice little present. This Altima has intelligent all-wheel drive, unlike that Accord behind me. What did you want, a big red bow?
Save up to $72.62 on select models.
Today's NFL Report is being brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air, servicing Atlanta's heating and air conditioning needs for over 40 years.
Welcome back. Our NFL Report is brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. We asked the question before we went to the break, will the Super Bowl winner come from the NFC? So now let's take a look at the NFC playoff standings here. Bob, what's standing out to you?
Well, you got to see New Orleans right at the top. They've been playing some impressive football on defense. Yeah, we do hate to see it. But I think Taysom Hill has made a spark for them, not because he's just lighting it up, throwing the ball. I just think he plays an aggressive style of football. He runs, he can throw. So he's been a good shift from Drew Brees, and that's just sparked the defensive play. So I think New Orleans is a formidable opponent at the top.
Who do you think finishes the top seed in the NFC, Terrence?
Green Bay. Green Bay, they got the easiest schedule going in. You know, I think they have the Lions, and they have the Bears, and they have the Panthers on that schedule. And then you look at the Saints. The Saints have to play the Vikings. They have the Chargers, they have the Eagles, and they have the Chiefs. So right now, Green Bay has the easier path of being top seed in the NFC.
I'm not going to say who's going to win, but you remember like back in the good old days, like in week 3 when New Orleans was 1-2 and everything was great and there was such a bright future ahead of us in the NFL season, and now they're somehow at the top. I'm assuming they're going to be the best team in the NFC. I don't think anybody beats the Chiefs, but New Orleans defense is legit. It's legit. So it could happen, I guess.
So can any of these teams win the Super Bowl, or will it still just boil down to the Steelers and the Chiefs, Bob?
Well, I mean, I still think it's going to be tough to crown New Orleans as the NFC championship, because I still like Green Bay and like what they're doing. But I say Mahomes and what they got going in the AFC side is looking mighty bright. And I think Tyreek Hill is definitely dazzling. That tight end they legit there. So I think you still got some work for New Orleans to get to the Super Bowl, but right now they're definitely holding on to that number 1 seed, and they're looking formidable to be in the Super Bowl versus Kansas City.
All right, guys, you don't want to go anywhere.
2020,
What? No.
I would bet you that the winner of the Super Bowl is going to end up being the New York Giants. I'm calling it right now. It's going to be from the NFC East, like the worst division in NFL. That's who's going to win the Super Bowl.
That's 2 bets you've made on this show, Chris, and we're going to hold you to both of them. Guys, when we come back, we'll have Jeffrey the Edge Schechter's picks coming up on our lightning round. It's all coming up next on Play to Win.
We break a sweat to get you feeling comfortable. Our commitment is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Up to $3,000 in cash incentives.
It's bow time.
Nope, you're not seeing double. Right now, you can get 2 thick, hearty steak biscuits for $5 only at Bojangles. And a deal that good is enough to make anyone dizzy.
It's bow time.
We interrupt your erectile dysfunction with an important message. If erectile dysfunction or Peyronie's disease has you down, the doctors at Atlanta Health Clinic can help. No pills, no surgery, no needles, no pain. We have the newest revolutionary U.S. patented medical process and device from Europe, utilizing advanced acoustic wave technology, proven effective regardless of your age or medical condition. Visit AtlantaHealthClinic.com or call for your consultation with our doctors today and avoid interruption.
We've owned a few different houses through the years. Your company was absolutely the best. They were so professional. Everything they did, they didn't get a mark on a wall or anything else. It was clean, it was friendly, and it was fun. And most of the time, moving is not fun. I'm going to give a great recommendation to Atlanta Peach Movers. It's always on time and it's always professional. There is no tree in Atlanta Peach Movers.
To schedule your move, call Atlanta Peach Movers today.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? There's a nice little present. This Altima has intelligent all-wheel drive, unlike that Accord behind me. What did you want, a big red bow?
Save up to $72.62 on select models.
Today's college and NFL predictions is being brought to you by the Atlanta Health Clinic, named Industry Best 2020 for treating ED and Peyronie's disease.
Welcome back. Our college and NFL predictions are brought to you by the Atlanta Health Clinic. Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, we missed you last week. Welcome back. Take us through your picks for college and pros.
Hi, everybody. Houston's going upwards. Memphis is going downwards. Give the 4 with Houston. Duke is the worst team in college football. Can you imagine picking Florida State as a 4.5-point favorite? Well, don't kill Duke as everybody else does. And I like Virginia getting 2 points against Virginia Tech. Virginia's up and coming. Tech has got a lot of injuries. In the pros, Indianapolis should have lost to Houston. Houston fumbled on the 2-yard line at the end of the game. I like Vegas with the 3 points. Washington is the hottest team in football right now. And I'm going to take them with 3.5 points at Frisco. Pittsburgh's starting to trend down a little. Buffalo's got them at home. It's a big game for Buffalo. Give the 2 at Buffalo. And I'll see you next week, and good luck.
Thank you, Jeffrey, for putting a bow on the show for us, guys. And thank you, as always, for tuning in to another week of Football's Play to Win. And more importantly, kicking off your game day with us here at Play to Win. We'll see you all next week, Saturday, 9 a.m. on Fox 5.
Today's show has been brought to you by AT&T, Beaver Toyota, and Montlick & Associates. Our attorneys know what it takes to win.